Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Montgomery County Council session. Today is February 10th, and we're going to start with a very exciting proclamation. It's a proclamation recognizing Lunar New Year 2026 by Councilmember Kristen Mink and our County Executive Mark Elrich, who I see right in the back. If you're here for the proclamation, please come forward. Thank you. Everybody who's here for the proclamation, please come this way.
All right, come on in. Oh, what a beautiful crowd. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come on up. Okay. Here, I'll switch with you. Here we go. Okay. Good morning, everyone. And Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Gong hei fat choi. My name is Kristen Mink, and I represent District 5 on the County Council. I am also honored to be the first Asian American to sit on the Montgomery County Council, and that gives days like these really special significance. And I wanted to share one of the stories that my mom used to tell me when I was a kid. My mom is Chinese. She immigrated here as a young adult. And that my kids still really enjoy, which is the mythology of the neon monster, which is a monster who would, on the eve of New Year's, come into the villages and wreak havoc. A giant monster with big claws and giant teeth who would eat whole villages and really cause devastation. But the villagers figured out that this monster was afraid of red, was afraid of certain noises, and was really not the brightest. So there's, so of course, you know, all mythology is ultimately rooted in the truth of the human experience at some point, and this is a story about the triumph of good over evil. Because the villagers, of course, one villager could not defeat the monster. But together, the villagers would cover their villages in red, the color that scared the monster. They would have celebrations with firecrackers. They had lion dances, which scared the monster. And together, they made the villages really an uninhabitable place for the monsters to come. And so the moment in history that we are at, in many ways has elements of newness here in Montgomery County, but in many ways is a tale as old as time in the human experiences and here in the United States of America. And so in moments like this, remembering those stories, our true histories and the mythologies that are built out of them about the triumph of community, working as a whole to triumph, to bring good to triumph over evil. Those are stories that I am holding close today. And I will say that as a kid, some of my favorite stories about the neon monster were about how, the shop villages or even the small children would trick the monster, serving bowls of noodles where the noodles were just unending. And so the monster would eat and eat and eat and eat until he fell asleep. And, it's these little moments of small acts of defiance and of strategy that together, this is what makes us strong as a community. So I thank all of you for everything that you do for our community year round. Our Asian American community is so diverse and brings so much to Montgomery County, really in every aspect of our community that you can touch. And it's growing massively since when my mom first moved here with my dad and decided this was the place that was going to be safe for her to raise a family, safe and comfortable, to where we are now. It's really incredible just to have seen it grown. So today I honor and I thank all of you for your leadership, and I'm thrilled to support your work moving forward and to celebrate, take these times to celebrate our triumphs and the triumphs to come of our community. And now I'll hand it over to Mark.
Thank you, and thank you all for being here this morning. This, I think, is my favorite holiday because this starts about a month of Chinese dinners. And so usually about this time of year, by the time it's all done with, if I had 25 to 30 Chinese meals, which is just an astounding thing to get to enjoy, not just Chinese, Vietnamese. It's really a great tradition. I like the fact that you celebrate New Year repeatedly. You just don't have one day, one party, and say, okay, now it's a New Year. You celebrate it with lots of your different groups. I see the same people at multiple celebrations, and it's good to really make something special out of the New Year, more than just one night to go out and party, but like multiple days to spend time with your friends and time with the community. Your community is really important in Montgomery County. If you go back 50 years in Montgomery County, the Asian population was far less than 1%, less than 0.5%. Today, the Asian population is 16% of Montgomery County. 1 out of every 6 people in Montgomery County are Asian. That's a remarkable transformation in our community, and you find the Asian community in every walk of life in Montgomery County. Your educators in our public schools, your educators in the universities, your scientists at NIH. You do critical work in drug companies in Montgomery County. You operate businesses. Every aspect of life, you have found niches that you're able to thrive in and be successful in. And we know that this is a really difficult time. The last time this person was president, he targeted this community. We're worried again. We know that among the people getting deported are people who have not done anything other than come here, but are just upstanding citizens who participate in life like everybody else does. And you wouldn't know they weren't American except for the fact they didn't have documentation. And now we're seeing people get targeted. The county is working with our community groups. We have resources that are available, and we're willing to help and continue to stand by this community, regardless of what the president says. We want you to feel welcome here. We want you to feel safe here. We want you to know that the county is going to stand with you through whatever happens. And this is the year of the fire horse. And it only happens once every 60 years. And it's supposed to be energetic, fast-moving, and it's supposed to be powerful. And if we ever needed all those things, it's this year. So maybe this year is a sign that this is the kind of force that's going to come out of the community, the kind of thing Kristen was talking about. There you stand together, we work together, and that's what makes us stronger, and that's what will help us get through this very dark period in American history. I just want you to know that you make a lot of difference in this community. We appreciate you, and we will always be partners with you, and I look forward to continuing to go to the Asian community. We're about to go to Taiwan and India this year. There are possibly other trips that we'll be doing this year. And my friend Ping Lu is arranging a ping pong tournament in Beijing in April. So there are lots of relationships being built and lots of opportunities being built. And we think it's important that everybody have a place. So thank you for being here this morning. And thank all of you for being up here. You represent some really important folks in our community. And you want to pass it down too?
Yeah. So at this time, we're going to just go down the line. Real quickly, if you could just introduce yourself, your name, and if you're with an organization, who you're here with representing, so that we can really show that diversity of our Asian American community. And before I start it down the line, I just want to give a quick shout out to Yi Shen, who we all know, who is an amazing liaison for the Asian American community for the county. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maita. I'm here from ACRA, from Mr. Tai Nguyen Commissioners invited me in, and I'm in the group and try to help the community to get better with the Asian community. I'm trying to see and learning all the activity that Montgomery County has bring to us. Okay.
My name is Anna Pham, and I'm from ARCA2, and under Tina and Mr. Thai. And I come here to support all the Asian, activity and community, and welcome everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Qingmei Wu. I work for CCACC, which our organization work for the community for more than 40 years. So I'm glad to join this organization and glad to meet all of you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jiyoung Cho. I'm from Korean Community Service Center of Greater Washington. Thank you for having us here. Always your continued support and contribution for us. And it's really, really great and mean a lot. Thank you.
Hi, this is Vicky Lee and Mr. Young-ha Kim. We are the board member he's the president and I'm the board member of Montgomery County Korean American Community. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Li Fang Liu in Mandarin, or we say Chinese, Zhang Li Fang. Zhang last name, Li Fang means beauty. Okay, I work for CCACC, Chinese Culture and Community Service Center. My position is a Deputy Executive Director. I would like to invite all of you here, everybody to come to the Montgomery Mall this Sunday to celebrate the Year of the Horse together. Maybe you know CCACC do a lot of community service, and thank you for everybody's support because we service senior, like Senior Center, Academy, that's about education, home care, art gallery, sports center, and a lot of community activity. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here, and I wish everybody a happy new year.
Chung Park, Chief Administrative Law Judge of Maryland Office of Administrative Hearings.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm Lan Nguyen. I'm Vietnamese, and I'm here to present with the ACRA with Thai and Tina Nguyen. I'm very happy and lucky to live in Montgomery County in Maryland. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Hoan Deng, and I'm here representing the Maryland Vietnamese Mutual Association, the oldest Vietnamese nonprofit in Montgomery County, and we've served the Montgomery County community for the past 47 years.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Ping Lu. I'm the commissioner of Governors APAA. I'm also the county executive's APAA advisory board. Today I present Capital Youth Outreach Club. I'm the president of this youth club's founder and president. So for the past several years, the youth in Montgomery County really doing great job. So I thank everybody, especially the council. They give youth the great support. Several of our youth already in the SMART program last year, and I hope county can give youth more support, especially Asian American youth. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hao Li. I'm the president of the Zhejiang University Alumni Association, ZJU. So ZJU is from China and is recently just ranked #1 in the world for publication. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So, and then also our alumni also founded DeepSeek, so one of the top AI companies. So, being serving the Chinese community, we hope the Alumni Association and the county can, collaborate on more technology and economic exchange. And we really want to facilitate the collaboration. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Rosa Park. I'm very proud of being a Montgomery County resident. I've been here 40 years. I raised children. I have businesses here. And my organization is the Korean American Foundation, Greater Washington. This organization is actually keep the Korean immigration history. So every January 13, we have a celebrated Korean American Days at Capitol Hill and a lot of different county. I'm so proud of our organization because the reason is we have a Korean American Days not for the Korean Americans. This country is welcome us wherever wherever you come and wherever you come here to make a better community and live together. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Tina. I am executive director for my nonprofit. We take care for the senior, Vietnamese senior, and my nonprofit name Asian Community Relief Association. So we have for the senior, Vietnamese senior, and also for another senior for Asian people. And we are very happy, very honored to come to here. And my senior can stand up and then let everybody know this is your guys from Accra. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ning Ping Fen, Executive Director of Chinese American Community Health Services, a nonprofit organization based in Montgomery County and serves the entire Washington, D.C. community. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Tai Nguyen. I'm a commissioner, the Governor Commission on AAPI. I'm very happy to be here and wishing you Happy New Year.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Thơ Tran. I'm the founder and the CEO of Vietnamese American Services, VAS. Thank you for Montgomery County government to support. Our organization have 25 full-time staff, and we serve hundreds of people per day, including home care, outdoor daycare, senior program, healthcare, youth program, workforce development, English class, and a lot of more other services like food distribution. We are happy everyone to have a new year, and we hope that you guys can visit our center soon. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Maxwell Wee, and I'm an over 31-year resident here in the county. I also have the distinction of being the first, but not last, Asian American sheriff elected here in Montgomery County in Maryland. And as a Chinese American, I'm very thankful for Councilmember Mink, the entire county council, and our county executive for today's important proclamation. Thank you.
Good morning. My name Thong Huỳnh. My husband Ven Đậu. I live in Montgomery. Happy New Year.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Stan Tsai. I'm with OCA, DC, TPAGW, CCBA, many of them. Used to be with CCACC. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. We're going to move into the proclamation after some final words from our county executive.
So I'm going to attempt to say Happy New Year in 4 different languages. Xin Yen Kuai Le. Chuk Mong Nam Moi. Sehe Bu Mani Bode Seyo. There was 3 of them. I think I got it.
All right. Whereas Montgomery County is home to a multitude of cultures, languages, and traditions from around the world, and
whereas Asian American and Pacific Islander community is now one of the fastest growing communities in Montgomery County, representing over 16% of the total population, has made innumerable contributions to the economic, cultural, and civic growth of Montgomery County, and
whereas Lunar New Year is one of the most important holidays for many Asian Americans living in Montgomery County, and
whereas 2026 is the year of the fire horse, a rare event occurring only once every 60 years, symbolizing energy, independence, and freedom. The horse's traits are amplified by fire, bringing dynamic energy, ambition, bold action, and transformation. This powerful year is marked by courage, creativity, and decisive progress, and
Whereas festivities across the county will showcase the richness of Asian culture and highlight the importance of family togetherness. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council and County Executive of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby proclaims February 17th, 2026 as Lunar New Year Day in Montgomery County and encourages residents to join in recognizing the contributions of the Asian American community and take part in the celebrations across the county, presented on this 10th day of February in the year 2026.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to the County Council. We're going to move forward with our agenda. Oh, I guess not. There you go. I know I can count on you guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming today, and we'll see each one of you this Sunday to continue the celebration. So let's move on to the general business. Madam Clerk, would you please share today's announcements?
Good morning. There's been one addition to today's agenda. Item 4H has been added to the consent calendar. This is the introduction of a resolution to approve an amendment to the FY 25 to 30 capital improvement program and a special appropriation to the FY 26 capital budget for the Maryland National Park and Planning Commission for the North Branch Trail Project in the amount of $2.9 million. A public hearing and action are scheduled for February 24th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Also, Councilmember Jawando is attending today's meeting virtually. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we have the minutes from January 13, 19, and 20 of 2026 council sessions, January 14, 2026 Glassburg Gateway Sector Plan Council Tour, and the January 21st, 2026 public hearing have been circulated to the council for review. Are there any objections to approving these minutes? Seeing none, these minutes are approved. Now we will begin our legislative session. This is day 4th. There are 6 bills for introduction today. The first bill is Bill 7-26, buildings, scope and applicability, exemptions, buildings or structures used exclusively for agricultural purposes, amendments. Lead sponsors are myself, Council President Natalie Fanny Gonzalez, Council Vice President Marilyn Balcom, and Council Member Don Lutke. A public hearing is scheduled for March 10th, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. I'm going to ask Council Member Lutke to please brief us on this bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. Our agricultural reserve in Montgomery County is one of the county's greatest long-term assets. And again, I appreciate the forethought that the folks had in creating the ag reserve to begin with and preserving our land for agricultural production. But making sure we protect its economic vitality also requires that our rules, or how we interpret rules, reflect how modern agriculture actually works. So this bill, and Mr. Orgorza, oh my gosh, Jim, I did it again. Jim O will explain it if I miss anything, but essentially, in layperson's terms, this bill is about removing, I need more coffee, Jim. This bill is about removing unnecessary red tape that has created confusion and delay for farmers who are trying to actually run their business, because let's be clear, agriculture is a business. It is commerce. It requires having an office, requires lots of regulatory filing. It requires Wi-Fi, and our farmers have tried to expand or make sure that they are able to do all the things that are required of modern agriculture, including our on-site processing of their farm products, and that should all be treated as agricultural activity under our building code, because in our land use, we do have separate rules already that apply for our agricultural uses. So we don't believe that our agricultural producers should have to meet the same standards as higher commercial standards that, like, let's say, if you have an office in one of your agricultural buildings, is not the same as developing an office building. Those are two very different things. And so this would align our county building code with the zoning framework for agricultural use, so that our farmers don't have to navigate conflicting definitions across different agencies inside of county government, and that there is consistency in how things are applied. That benefits everyone, benefits our county employees who have to do the interpretations, benefits the farmers who are trying to maximize their business, and creates fair, practical, and grounded processes in our economic reality while preserving the intent of the agricultural reserve. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Orgorza. I did it. Now to tell us about the legal nuances of the bill.
Thank you very much, Council Member. The bill really kind of does three different discrete items that are all related within this one goal that Councilmember Lutke set forth. The first is that the bill defines what the term agricultural purpose means in Chapter 8. It is a definition that is already set forth in Chapters 2B and Chapter 59 of the County Code, so it aligns the definition of agriculture and agricultural purpose, which were not previously defined within Chapter 8, to include the business administration management of agriculture, as well as the processing of agricultural products within that definition of agricultural purpose, which would exempt it from Chapter 8's requirements. The bill would clarify that locations, buildings where food or beverage is consumed within the structure does not fall within that. So the regular DPS processes would be required under Chapter 8 for those structures where food and beverage is being consumed within the structure. And then the last turn is that there is some language, there was an exception to an exemption, which is obviously a lawyer's dream, but was is irrelevant to the administration of the law and frankly a little bit confusing. So that is also being deleted from the bill.
Thank you. Thank you. Councilmember Lorian Sells.
Thank you. Thank you to the sponsors of the legislation. I would like to be added as a co-sponsor to help ensure some continuity and understanding across our different documents of this definition. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Sidney Katz.
Thank you, Madam President. I, too, appreciate the legislation and I'd like to be added as a co-sponsor.
Thank you. Councilmember Shara Evans.
I'd like to be added as a co-sponsor. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all the co-sponsors. Anything related to the ag reserve and agritourism is always very exciting, at least to me. With that, this bill is introduced. Moving on. The next bill for introduction is Bill 8-26, Landlord-Tenant Relations Prohibition Against Price Coordination and Rent Setting Algorithms. Lead sponsor is Councilmember Yawando. A public hearing is scheduled for March 10, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Councilmember Yawando, would you like to share some? Okay, but go ahead.
Please, thank you. Yes, thank you, Madam President, and good morning. This legislation is about stopping price fixing and collusion in the rental housing market, which we all know is very important, almost 40% of our residents. This has inflated the cost of rental housing in our county and across the state and the country. I want to thank Ms. Wellens for her extensive research on this legislation and partnership and for helping to pull this bill together. Generally, the way this is played out in Maryland and around the country is that a company provides a service that automatically, through an algorithmic calculation, generates a price for rental housing. And everyone feeds into this, no matter the company or the landlord. And an apartment building has agreed to use this service. RealPage is an example of but not the only company. The price is based on various factors, public and non-public information entered by multiple apartment owners and buildings. So what does this mean for residents? It means higher rents. It means lack of competition, and it leads to higher costs for our residents. One of the big problems is, how do residents even know this is happening? Most don't, but they have seen some clues, and we had some examples locally. For example, we've heard from residents that shared that when they went to rent a market rate apartment from a luxury apartment building in our county, they asked for the rate of rent, and the answer for the building was, well, I don't know, it changes every day. At the U.S. Department of Justice and our Maryland Attorney General Brown, who I've been working with on this issue for a number of years, began bringing lawsuits against companies involved in these algorithmic price fixing. And our residents gathered that there were buildings in our county that were subject to these practices. So locally, it's really important to act on this today. This bill would make it clear that digital algorithmic price fixing of any kind and collusion is prohibited. And it's important that we make that clear, I think, unambiguous statement. The Department of Justice has pursued litigation on this topic. There's been some settlements, but this is still happening across the country and still happening here. So, as I mentioned, there is a state bill effort. Delegate Block-Carr and Delegate Stewart, I want to thank them. They introduced similar legislation this year. Last year they introduced it. It did not pass. But I think it's important for us to step up on this issue as well and hope that it will pass at the state level too. And then the final thing I'll say is Governor Westmore recently announced legislation to target dynamic pricing for groceries, another way of fixing prices. And these are connected issues. If you talk about the top issues for people, it's housing costs, grocery costs, cost of living. So this is something that I hope the whole council can get behind and appreciate the opportunity to talk about the bill.
Thank you. Before I turn it to colleagues, does council staff have anything else to add?
Thank you so much, Madam President. Good morning, council members. Just very quickly, just wanted to add or emphasize that that the algorithmic devices that would be prohibited under the bill, in addition to recommending rents, also recommend to landlords fees, rental terms, and occupancy levels. In other words, make recommendations about keeping units empty for certain periods of time. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Shara Evans.
I'd like to sign on as a co-sponsor.
Thank you. Councilmember Kristen Mink.
I'd like to be added as a co-sponsor.
And with that, this bill is introduced. Now we're moving on to item 1C, is introduction of Bill 9-26, rental housing, maintenance standards, and essential services, air conditioning. Its sponsor is Councilmember Mink. A public hearing scheduled for March 10, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Councilmember Mink, would you like to speak about your bill?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. This bill is born out of firsthand experience of my constituents. It is getting hotter earlier and earlier, as we are seeing now, and it's time to update the code to reflect that. So this bill will change the required start date for rental properties to activate their air conditioning from June 1st to May 15th. It also removes the exemption for detached single-family rentals. It also includes a temporary hardship waiver for those properties should they need a longer runway on a case-by-case basis. And it also adds air conditioning to the list of essential services that require notification to tenants for building-wide outages, maintenance, and repairs. And I will just say, as someone with a lot of renters in my district, every year since I came into office, we have started getting calls in May from tenants who are reporting that their units are getting dangerously hot, but we have been unable to do anything about it until June 1st because there's something that the DHCA has leveraged to say to their landlord. So this is a serious public health and safety concern. It's time to move that start date back, and it's time to stop exempting renters in single-family homes from this basic health and safety protection. We were also surprised to find with the frequent outages that we have dealt with in my district as well, I and residents were very surprised to find that air conditioning is not currently on that list of services that requires notification for outages, even scheduled outages. So this remedies that. So thank you very much for your support. We look forward to getting this done, and I want to thank Councilmember Sales, who reached out to co-sponsor already, but just the packet was printed beforehand.
Thank you. Is there anything else that council staff would like to add before I turn it to colleagues?
Nothing to add, thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Lorian Sells.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to be added as a co-sponsor.
Councilmember Wojo-Wando.
Thank you, Madam President. Appreciate Councilmember Mink introducing this, and I'd also like to be added as a co-sponsor.
Excellent. Thank you so much. This bill is introduced. The next bill for introduction is Expedited Bill 10-26, Arts and Humanities Council Amendments. Lead sponsor, Council President, at the request of the County Executive. A public hearing is scheduled for March 10, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Council staff, can you please describe the bill?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. So this bill would alter requirements for the Board of Directors of the Arts and Humanities Council, establish appointment and confirmation requirements for those members, establish certain operational requirements, require the establishment of a racial equity and social justice policy by the Arts and Humanities Council, and also establish a plan and timeline for implementation of these changes. The county executive requested the legislation, and just quoting the county executive, this bill updates and clarifies the arts and humanities statutory role and responsibilities and strengthens its relationship to the county to reflect current governance standards. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Lorian Sells.
Thank you, Madam President. I believe arts belong in all public spaces and look forward to learning more about how this board will be formed and want to be added as a co-sponsor.
Understood. Thank you so much. This bill is introduced. Moving on to the next introduction is Bill 11-26, Fire and Rescue Services, Length of Service Awards Program for Volunteers, Amendments. Lead sponsor is the Council President at the request of the County Executive. A public hearing is scheduled for March 10, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Council staff, can you please brief the Council on this bill?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. This bill would increase the amount of length of service benefits to certain local fire and rescue department volunteers in accordance with their negotiated agreement with the county. And I'll quote the county executive on this one too, because his memorandum explained the bill well. It implements two 4% length of service program payment increases for the volunteers in accordance with the currently effective 2023-2026 Memorandum of Agreement between the county and the Montgomery County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association. Those increases already have been funded in the budget, so this is kind of retroactively making the updates in the code. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Sidney Katz.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Obviously, it's already been discussed, and I'm certainly in favor of it. I do think this should be clear that this is what we call LoSAP, because in government, we can't just use its names, we have to use its initials. And this is for the length of service award program. We should have done it in 2024. We should do it again for their increase. And so that's why it's retroactive. And we want to publicly thank our many volunteers, and certainly there's many eligible volunteers for this as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Councilmember Lorian Sells.
Thank you. I'd like to be added as a co-sponsor.
Okay, thank you so much. We're gonna move on to agenda item number 2 is the final reading of Expedited Bill 35. What is the? Wait, what did I skip? 1226. Oh, yes, I did. Good catch. See, she's paying attention. Okay, final bill for introduction. I got too excited on the other one. I said, when is the other one coming? Okay, so this one is Bill 1226, Finance Payments to Service Providers for Persons with Developmental Disabilities. Lead sponsor, Council President, at the request of the County Executive, a public hearing scheduled for March 10, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Council staff, can you please brief us on the bill?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Last but not least, introduction of Bill 1226. As the Council President said, this was recommended or requested by the County Executive. It would amend the county code by eliminating the requirement that the Department of Health and Human Services provides the County Executive and the County Council with a calculation of an amount of payment under the Developmental Disabilities Supplement. And this, as I understand it, is largely a technical bill in order to update the code to the executive's current practices. So obviously more on that later when it gets to committee to delve into the details. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now this bill is introduced. Now we can move on. So agenda item number 2 is the final reading for Expedited Bill 35-25, County Administration, Immigrant Protections, Promoting Community Trust, Immigrant Protections Act. The Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee and the Public Safety Committees recommended approval with some technical amendments. And the lead sponsors is everybody here? Everybody sponsored this bill, because when you're talking and you're working on a bill that is so controversial, you gotta talk to your colleagues before introduction to make sure that everybody's on board, and to make sure that you are connecting with community members and the impacted community to ensure that everybody is in coordination and in agreement to move forward. That's how you do it. And I'm so happy that this is the reality for the Trust Act, a particular bill that I have personally worked on for many years, and people have no idea. I have worked on the Trust Act since, I don't know, at least 10 years with CASA in the Maryland General Assembly, and I was able to get, I remember like 5 years ago, Park Police going to the General Assembly to testify in favor. It's been a long run, and we're here now in Montgomery County moving it forward. And I know that's background that a lot of folks have no idea. But I'm gonna stop there and let the committee chairs to report on the committee recommendation. I'm gonna start with the chair of the Government Operations Committee, Kate Stewart.
Thank you. Thank you, Council President Fanny Gonzalez. Yes, the the Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee, along with the Public Safety Committee, unanimously recommends enactment with amendments of this bill, Expedited Bill 35-25, known as the Trust Act. As was just stated, it was the efforts were led by Council President Fanny Gonzalez, but it was sponsored by the entire County Council. This act reaffirms Montgomery County's commitment and practices to ensuring that all residents, regardless of immigration status, can safely access county services without fear or discrimination. This bill would clearly prohibit discriminatory practices by the county against immigrants, limit, consistent with federal and state law, the use of county agents and resources in the enforcement of civil immigration laws, and ensure to the greatest extent permitted under federal and state law, county benefits and services are provided to residents regardless of the country of birth or immigration status. The committee recommendation includes technical amendments to make the bill language internally consistent and amendments to assure that limited information sharing may occur when needed to qualify for benefits and that department record deletion practices conform with applicable state laws on records retention. I want to thank the Council President, my colleagues on our joint committee, Ms. Wellens for her work on this, and all of the community members, some of whom are here from We Are CASA, and many of the others who worked to get us where we are. And with that, you have a unanimous joint committee recommendation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm going to ask the Public Safety Committee Chair, Sidney Katz, to also offer some remarks.
Thank you very much, Council President. I've learned a long time ago when I follow the Council President and the former Council President, Chair Stewart, everything has been said on it. But I did want to just mention how really sad it is that we even have to do this legislation. This is what this country is going through is extremely sad times. This is the right legislation for what we can possibly do, but it's just a shame that this country is having happened to it what is happening. Thank you very much, Madam President.
Thank you so much for sharing those words, Chair Katz. And I think living in Montgomery County and getting to this decision today gives me hope. It makes me so proud of being here in Montgomery County moving forward. I'm going to ask now Council Vice President Marilyn Balcom next.
Thank you. Thank you to the Council President for your leadership and to the committee chairs for moving this forward. Where we are right now in our country, in our community, in the Washington, D.C. area is devastating. It's devastating for our family members, friends, our coworkers, and we often feel as a county government there's not a lot we can do to combat what's going on in the federal government. But this is something that we can do, and I was glad to co-sponsor, and I will be very glad to vote for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn. Councilmember Don Luque, but before she says anything, I'm going to say to everybody here that every single council member was involved in making this bill happen in coordination with our community members. Took a lot of work, a lot of hours, working closely with the chief of police, but somebody who was extremely active to ensure that the bill really reflected our values and it was workable was Councilmember Don Luque. And I want to thank you for being such an amazing council member and team player. So with that, please go ahead.
She's going to make me happy cry. I want to thank the council president and our chairs, Stewart and Katz, and all my colleagues for really buckling down and focusing on how to make things clear and concise and positive so the community could understand. It's not that we weren't doing these things, but it was really important that everyone in Montgomery County know what was happening here, what is a clear statement of the law, and what we want to do to make sure our residents are kept safe and protected from discrimination. And we had all heard Congressman Jamie Raskin use this phrase recently, be a constitutional patriot, he said. And that is something that is fundamentally important to me. which is to say, and I have heard and seen people being critical of what we are doing. Imagine that. And yet, firmly knowing that what we are doing with the passage of this act is 100% the right thing, 100% appropriate under the Constitution, and respects the boundaries between federal law, state law, and local law. That was what mattered to me. That's what matters for us in terms of what we each can step up and do for our residents, for our community members. And it's something we have to tell ourselves time and time again as we continue to face the onslaught of challenges that are being raised and thrown at members of our community and other communities across the country, is that we must stay true to the balance that is there and reflected in the Constitution. And even if others are failing to recognize it, it's our job to step up and ensure fidelity to it. So thank you, Madam President, and thank you to my colleagues. This is a good day.
Thank you. Councilmember Andrew Friedson.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very proud to be a co-sponsor, to have worked together with colleagues, and just wanted to acknowledge the Council President and reflect on the fact that it's not just, what we're doing, but how we're doing it and who's doing it. And I think it's important to note in this moment, with everything that is happening, with the fear that is being sown within our community, with the terror that's being inflicted by ICE in communities, to have a Latina immigrant leading this body, the largest jurisdiction in the state of Maryland, who wears her culture proudly, as she should, and who represents our diverse community ably, a community in a county where 1/3 of our residents are foreign born. And so I just wanted to appreciate that and acknowledge you. I really do appreciate how you have worked with our law enforcement community and our colleagues in order to get to the best outcome here, to make sure that we were sending a unified message to stand up for our residents, because that's ultimately what this is about. In Montgomery County, we follow the Constitution and we follow the law. And this is really putting into our code that very clear standard. But it's also a message that we're sending to our residents that we're going to stick up for them. We're going to protect them. We're going to do everything within our power, even when it's more limited than we would like. And in this particular instance, we wish we could fight back harder. We wish we could do more. We wish we weren't as limited as we are. But with all the tools at our disposal, with everything that is going on, we're going to do everything within our power to protect our residents, to stand up for our residents, regardless of where they came from, regardless of what language they speak, regardless of the color of their skin. We will not allow for fear to take over our families, and for anybody to be concerned about services that they should be receiving, for anybody to be scared about showing up to school, for anybody to be in fear about showing up to work. We won't allow that in Montgomery County. We'll do everything in our power to ensure that we are doing what we can, and this measure is one very important example of doing that. And so I just want to thank you for your leadership.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Kristen Mink.
Thank you, Madam President, and thank you to all of my colleagues. We are at the point where instead of bake sales, PTA members are walking kids to school so that their parents don't get kidnapped. I have found vehicles with multiple hot meals left throughout. So no, we will not do favors, things that are not required by law, for people who are terrorizing our community, even if they are with the federal government. And I am glad that we are codifying that here in Montgomery County. This is not all we will do. In this year of the fire horse, we will continue to do everything we can to slow them down and to stand with our diverse community. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Evan Glass.
Thank you, Madam President. There are too many of our neighbors who are living in fear. Fear to go to school, fear to go to work, fear to be who they are. And the action that we are taking today is to restore trust in our community. That's what the Trust Act is designed to do. Let everybody know that we are a loving, compassionate, inclusive, and caring Montgomery County. We are home to 4 of the 10 most diverse places in the country, and we need to stand up and support and defend all 1.1 million residents, regardless of their immigration status, the language they speak, the color of their skin. And I want to thank the Council President for introducing this just days after becoming Council President, putting a clear marker in the ground on her leadership and on what this Council is going to do. And there is much more we have to do. And if we have to go to court to stand up for our residents, we're going to go to court. That's what courts are for, to determine what laws we enact are legal, are constitutional, and ultimately are fair. That's what these times demand. We're standing up, and I thank the entire body for standing up with this legislation.
Thank you. Councilmember Shebra Evans.
Sure. I just wanted to say, while I support this legislation, I came onto the council a bit after the fact, and so I would be remiss if I didn't lift up former Councilmember Gabe Albornoz. I would have to believe that if he was here, he too would be in support of this legislation. I don't know what kind of work he did on it, but I just felt like sitting in this seat at this moment in time with this legislation that I needed to acknowledge him as well.
It's very nice and sweet. Thank you for doing that. Councilmember Lorian Sells.
I just want to commend my council president for introducing this legislation at a time where, you know, some may think that we're limited in what powers we have and our abilities, but we have to do everything that we can to ensure that our community trusts this government, this body. While other levels of government are showing that they cannot be trusted in our communities across the country, we want to ensure that the residents of Montgomery County and anyone who comes to Montgomery County understands that their information and how their information is accessed and processed is going to be done in the most fair and transparent way. And if it is not, they will be held accountable. So thank you for your leadership on this, and I'm proud to support this legislation and look forward to its passage.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Will Jawando.
Thank you, Madam President. I appreciate your leadership in introducing this, and all my colleagues for sending a unanimous, strong voice that we're in support of this. I want to thank all the amazing residents and advocates for their overwhelming support and push for this legislation, and for asking us and pushing us to do more to stand up for the rights of all of our residents, particularly those who are under attack and under siege by this cruel and inhumane federal government right now. I have a sign that hangs over my desk that's from Charles Hamilton Houston, who was Thurgood Marshall's mentor and the former dean of the Howard Law School, that says a lawyer is either a social engineer or a parasite on society. It's my founding creed, and it's a reminder that much like those laws that he pushed and Thurgood pushed, and this law we're introducing today, and other bills that are going to be before this body, the law is iterative and moves with the will and the conscience of the nation. And I'm excited that our community is one where we have the energy of the fire horse to step up for residents, to protect our community. And I know we will continue to do more in this frightening moment in our county's history, realizing that it's our responsibility to move and stand up for each other. So thank you for this, and I'm really excited to vote for it. I also want to give a shout out, you beat me to it, Councilmember Evans, to Councilmember Gabe Albornoz, who had worked on previous iterations of this bill for many years. And I know he would be proudly voting for it, and Councilmember Nancy Navarro as well. And so I'm just glad we're here and that we're doing this, and it's the important moment, and we're meeting the moment, and we're going to continue to meet the moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Two quick things. I think it's appropriate to uplift our colleagues in the Maryland General Assembly, especially those who live in Montgomery County who are representing us. The Maryland General Assembly is doing amazing work. We talked about it yesterday with their, the 287G, which I hear is going to be signed very soon by the governor. The bill that bans masks by police officers statewide. There's quite a few things going on in the Maryland General Assembly, which makes not just Montgomery County, but the state of Maryland so proud. The second thing I wanted to say very quickly is that I'm in coordination with the county executive for the bill signing of this bill, if we pass it in the next couple of minutes. But if we pass it, we're looking forward to have it in next week. As soon as we have the time confirmed, hopefully today, we'll let you know, because we all need to be there. That's all I'm gonna say, because it hasn't passed, but it will pass hopefully in like the next 10 seconds. With that, this is a roll call. So we have a recommendation from the Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee and Public Safety Committee. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Councilmember Lukey?
Yes.
Councilmember Lukey votes yes. Councilmember Mink?
Yes.
Councilmember Mink votes yes. Councilmember Sales?
Yes.
Councilmember Sales votes yes. Councilmember Stewart?
Yes.
Councilmember Stewart votes yes. Councilmember Glass?
Yes.
Councilmember Glass votes yes. Councilmember Katz?
Yes.
Councilmember Katz votes yes. Councilmember Friedson?
Yes.
Councilmember Friedson votes yes. Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans votes yes. Councilmember Jawando?
Yes.
Councilmember Jawando votes yes. Councilmember Baucom?
Yes.
Councilmember Baucom votes yes. Councilmember Fanny Gonzalez?
Yes.
Councilmember Fanny Gonzalez votes yes.
All right, very excited. So, okay, so next week, most likely on Wednesday. So stay tuned on that one for the bill signing. Moving on, everyone. Item 3 is a work session in action on a resolution to approve the spending affordability guidelines from the FY27 operating budget. Chair Stewart, would you please share the Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee's recommendation?
All right. Much less exciting. And much less exciting than the spending affordability guidelines from last week. So the Government Operations Committee reviewed the spending affordability guidelines for FY27 operating budget on February 5th. As a reminder, our county code requires the council to specify the following when adopting the spending affordability guidelines for the operating budget: a ceiling on the funding from the ad valorem real property tax revenues. Second, a ceiling on the aggregate operating budget. And third, separate budget allocations for Montgomery County government, the Montgomery County Board of Education, Montgomery College, the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, debt service, and current revenue funding of capital projects. The deadline for the council to review and vote is by the second Tuesday of February each year, and that is today, February 10th. When setting the SAG for an operating budget, the committee considered the condition of the economy, the level of economic activity in the county, trends in personal income, and the impact of economic and population growth and projected revenues. The committee recommends setting the ceiling on the funding from the ad valorem real property tax revenues at the charter limit, consistent with prior years and the December 2025 fiscal plan update. In addition, the second thing we did was the committee recommends setting the ceiling on the aggregate operating budget at slightly over $6.7 million. This is 1.09% growth from the FY26 approved aggregate budget. And the committee also approved recommended budget operating budget allocations for agencies and certain non-agency uses, which you can see on the front page of your packet. This was a unanimous recommendation for this resolution from the committee.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Does the staff want to add anything else? Okay, good. Well, that's really simple. And I don't see anybody wanting to speak. That's great. We have a recommendation from the Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee. Those in favor, please raise your hand. And yes, I see his hand. It's unanimous. So it passed. Thank you so much. So we're going to move on to item number 4. Next for the council's consideration is the consent calendar. I will entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
So moved.
Second. Moved by Councilmember Sales, second by Councilmember Don Lukey. Those in favor, please raise your hand. It is unanimous and it passes. And the council will return at 1:30 p.m. for public hearings. We are in recess. Wow, it's only 10:18. Beautiful. All right, you can have a big lunch. Thank you so much. We're adjourned.